everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Saray and I appreciate you joining me today for this video, which will be a plan with me for the week of October 17th through October 23rd. If you're new to my channel, I would really appreciate if you consider subscribing, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let's go over some of my most commonly used tools when I am planning. I usually use a Pilot Friction Synergy Clicker 0.5 pen. It is an erasable pen and I absolutely love. For this plan with me, I will be using a highlighter. Maybe I'll add a few different colors as we go through, and these are also erasable highlighters. These are from the Pilot Friction line, which I absolutely love. And I do have a ceramic pen cutter. This is from Printpression. I absolutely love this thing to be able to cut washi, but I also have another washi cutter. This is from Christian Designs. I recently ordered and got this one. I like to use tweezers for sticker placement so that they come out straight. And I also use some sort of stencil in pretty much all of my videos. The one I've been lately obsessed with is the Christian Designs and Katie K Plan stencil found on the Christian Designs website. And I usually obviously use scissors to cut some stickers up and do a little bit of paper crafting. For the stickers that I will be using, those will be this kit. This is from my Etsy shop. It's called Haunted Collection and it can be found on Saray Bailey Designs on Etsy. And I am excited to set this up. I do have stickers, but I'm also going to try something a little different this week. So I've been doing a lot of thinking about simplification, and I want to use obviously all the planners, but a lot of times I don't have time to decorate every single planner that I have, but I also don't want to go without decorating. So I've been thinking of ways that I can simplify some of my planning, and that is to go even more minimalist. I consider myself a functional planner and not necessarily a minimalist, but certainly functional. I prioritize function over everything else, but I realize that I can even be a little bit more simple with my planning, and hopefully that can save me some time in the long haul, and I can also be able to have more time to spend with my planners, all kinds of different planners, like my goal setting planner from Moxie Life, all of my daily petite planners, and all that good stuff. I find that if I can put a nice little balance around all of my planning with some sort of like minimalist planning style, I'm able to have more margin to use all the planners. So that's where we are this week. So let's get to planning, shall we? But of course, before we do that, I just wanted to give you a little peek at how last week turned out. Last week was vacation week, but I definitely have a lot here because I did accomplish a lot, which I feel pretty good about. But now we flip over to a new week. I was also on vacation this week, so this week is back to work and back to reality. I always also use some sort of whiteout in my planning because I don't necessarily rely on the hour structure here for the most part. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So I do use this to block the hours, and I'm actually going to set up my workout schedule for the week, which is usually what I start with. And I am using these black and white icons. These are also from my Etsy shop, and this is the workout icons collection to set up my exercise for each day. Since I'm already on this half, I'll just start putting in some stickers here. I also like to track our dinner time and dishes and my PM routine. And I've been putting it on the 5 o'clock hour, but I think I'm going to move it down to the 6 o'clock hour just to give me a little bit more breathing room throughout the day, because usually my days are pretty jam-packed. And for work, I'm going to be using the School Office Icons collection, and I am going to block the 9 o'clock hour because I do write the time, the start time and end time, and I will be using some of these icons for work. I think I'm going to go with the little pencil cup with all the different pens. One of the things I really like about this stencil is that it does have like a highlighter kind of section here that you can use to draw a straight highlighter. Of course, you can do it freehand, but if you really like a straight highlighter, this can definitely help. And of course, you can always use a ruler, but this is like the perfect width. The other thing to prevent smears is that one trick is to highlight first and then you write on top of your highlighted line. And I'm gonna do the same thing for my work schedule here at the 9 o'clock hour. I will use these mini circle dots from the Haunted collection to mark my AM routine, which is usually right after my workout, and then also my PM routine, which is right after dinner. Alright, so my structure is done. I am going to start putting down some of the details for this week. So I do have a doctor's appointment on Monday, October 17th at 11, so I'm going to use this half box and this little clock to mark this appointment. And now I'm going to set up my to-do section. I think I'm going to use the highlighter trick again to set those up. So Monday is pretty much all set. I do have to work on the review for Moxie Life, and then also the a reel for Monday, although I'm not sure if I'll get to it, and then I also need to work on orders. So now I'm gonna move on to Tuesday. Tuesday's trash day, so actually I need to add that here. And October 18th is also the day that the Moxie review drops on YouTube, and I just have a few different things that I need to do around the house, so I'll go ahead and list them here. So let me just go ahead and update Tuesday. Use this sort of yellowish friction to highlight the Moxie drop review date. I'm just debating whether to put her up here or down here. On Tuesday night, there's also a Moxie Live at 8 p.m. So I think I'm going to use this purple one to mark it on Tuesday night. And that is on Facebook, so I'm using this little Facebook icon to mark it down here. I actually forgot, on Wednesday at 6:15 I have an appointment in the morning to meet with my trainer for my personal training. So I'm going to mark it here, and I think it'll take, probably won't take the full hour, but I'm just going to go ahead and mark it here, and since that is so important, I'll go ahead and use the yellow one just to kind of call it out. Since I'm up already and we need food, we're gonna go to the grocery store on Wednesday morning. Since I'm gonna be up early, I can go to the grocery store. I like to go to the grocery store super early in the morning. That way there's not many people there. Since this half is pretty much done, almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my this week column, and then I'll move on to the second half. And I can't tell you how perfect it is that I'm actually reading magic lessons, and this is my setup for for the week. It couldn't have been more perfect. I'm not gonna give it away in case you haven't read it, but this is perfect. All right, I'm pretty happy with how this half has turned out so far. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the second half. And maybe I'll look to incorporate a little bit more decorative elements on the second half, because usually that one gets a little bit neglected. So Thursday, October 20th is the Moxie launch day. So I am debating whether to use the highlighter or use something else. You know what, I think I might just use the highlighter to keep it consistent. So I'll do it at the 11 a.m. hour, and I'll just white it out. At 8 o'clock there is another Moxie party. This is for the launch party. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it to this one, but I'm going to put it in my planner anyway, and I think it's at 8 o'clock. Friday is also payday, so I'm going to use this little icon just to mark it up here, but I think I'm going to layer it with the little circle. On Saturday, we plan on going into Boston, so I'm using this half box to put it here, and then I'll probably add a little bit more decoration. For this one, I'm actually going to use this Pilot Ultra Fine Point. This is actually a permanent marker, so if I mess it up, I'm going to be in big trouble. But you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to line it first with pencil, and then I'll go over it with the marker, because just I'm a little bit nervous. I'm so used to using the Pilot Friction that I don't really trust myself with a regular pen. See, I'm glad I did this, because the letters would have been a little bit offset. So let's try it with the permanent pen now, and then I'll go over and erase the pencil. And I went really lightly, just so that I wouldn't see any marks. All right, it's not perfect. Part of me wants to just leave it, but the other part of me wants to say, nope, we're not having this. I guess I don't really like the big letters because my handwriting typically is not that big. So proportionally, it just seems like a little bit off. So compared to how I normally write. So we're gonna try it again, but with smaller letters. And this is one little trick that I shared recently. When you're writing in online spaces and you want to make sure that your writing is straight, you can use some of the boxes within a stencil to help you guide your writing. Okay, much better. And how cute is this little spider? Now on Sunday, I know I'll have a bunch of to-dos, but I'm not sure yet what those are going to be. So I'm just going to add my to-do column over here. And we don't have anything planned, so I can just do a long list down that row, or column I should say. All right, here it is. Here is my final spread. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. I feel like I used less stickers but also more stickers. I don't know, I felt it took me a little bit longer than I thought, just because it's my first time sort of trying it. So I think if I keep with it for a few more spreads, it'll come back to me as a second nature. But I do really like the simplicity of this. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. Thank you so much again for joining me today for this plan with me, and as always friends, I will see you in the next video.